It's Colin, playing Hyperlight again. I just beat the West boss, and now we're gonna head back. I'm going to a super dark area. I remember there's some stuff in here I want to pick up, so I'm just gonna chill and look for it. Oop, that was silly. At least the other guys jumped after me, so that was a nice little good AI going on. I took another hit that I should not have. But anyway, secret thing. This big monolith tablet, whatever. It's a funny little secret path because it's kind of obviously something there, but also you would totally miss it because of the darkness and stuff. Oh, I still have the other gun equipped. Just trying to one-shot these guys. It seems kind of weird that the bullets aren't lit up. Oh wow, that was a real bad death. Probably the worst I've had so far. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's go back. I wonder if it saved that monolith capture. That's good. Alright, my gun's all charged. How many health kits do I have? 2. The true gamer in me wants me to be at max. Okay, so let's see if there's anything over here. Yeah, I need to get it again. Dang. I guess it makes sense that there's no checkpoint yet, but still, probably means I didn't get that key from like 2 episodes ago. Oh well. Okay, anything over here? I do like that this game kind of circumvents the issue of not having interesting things to look at in the background at times by just having these giant chasms with a bit of parallaxing movement and stuff. You know, some good world effects stuff makes everything look super big. Like there's, you know, so much more to what you're exploring than this 2D space. And also gets around the whole, like, you can't see the sky or other things that you use as context for the enormity of the space in the top-down perspective usually. I didn't check what's up here, so I'm going to see if there's anything up here. Because, you know, that's the kind of game person I am. Is there stuff over here? Can I even get over there? It looks cool, but I'm not going to tempt it. Dang. Alright. Go. Go. Okay, it was good I didn't die there. Now there's all my health kits, all for silly mistakes. It's great. Anything to the right over here? Besides more little spider guys. I do like that that simple spider enemy just kind of moves in erratic patterns. Makes it pretty easy, but also, like, you know, not totally useless. Because sometimes those, like, cannon fodder type enemies are not that interesting. But when it's at least somewhat competent, and adds for a nice little spice to the level design. Okay. So let's go out. Let's walk up this giant staircase, which is also something kind of funny I think in this game, especially when like dash really fast up them. It's the 2D space kind of struggles to keep up with the idea of that verticality by having the dash do this weird segmented thing, but that's fine. So is this the thing up here? I just wonder what those markings were. I thought the first time I played, I thought it was like a map or something. Maybe it is, who knows. Fez type super secret. Okay, open up that shortcut, go back down. So I don't really need to do that other one. What's that? Oh, that's probably that other shortcut dungeon thing that I neglected to do. Maybe I'll go do that for fun anyway. And some more gold tips stuff. Ow. I don't know why I call them the gold tips. It's not like I'm a waiter or something. Alright, let's go through here. It's kind of funny going back through these areas you've already done and having the music evolve and change all dramatically, but like in reverse. Because I think you're kind of just meant to go back to the whatever it's called. Gosh, I'm blinking. Oh, can I go through all this? I've totally done this before. Oh, I can go around here, huh? Have I been down here? It's not. Huh. I'm kind of mystified. I don't remember this. I remember going through here, but I don't remember doing all this stuff down here. Got some skeletons and stuff. Looks like a prison or something. Prison that was really easy to break into, by the way. Oh yeah, I came down here, but backwards last time. Or the correct way, I guess. There's probably something over here. It's gotta be. Anything, 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 anything? Is this hiding something? Now I'm just walking into walls. You know what? I bet there probably is. Someone's watching me right now and being like, what a jerk, you can't find anything. You know what? I apologize. Anything here? Anything here? My walking into walls strategy is not paying out. Okay. Oh yeah, this brings me back to the campfire thing. Ooh, anything over here? Alright, never mind. I need to move ahead. I'm just gonna teleport over here. There's still another shard thing I can pick up. Might as well, even though I'm not going for 100% completion right now. Might as well make my life a bit easier later on. So, oh no, it's not there. Is it to the... down was this door thing? Yeah. Is there something over here? Whenever I see those little alcoves, I think, oh, is that a hidden path? Which is kind of funny to think that this game hides things behind. Not even like what would actually be hidden in this world, like in a 3D game. That wouldn't be too out of the way, but it's all just perspective tricks, you know, because of the top-down thing. You can have trees covering paths that look impassable but are not, because, you know, the character is in 3D space, but it's not being represented as such. Okay, that was a bit scary. Go through, take out these guys, get that health, hit that thing, which I thought would bring down the turrets too, but you know what, that's fine. Dash through that. Let's make sure we're safe. I kind of hate these kind of jump and puzzle things, but you know, I'll do it. Because I'm real bad at the timing, like waiting till the last moment to actually go through. And I could do the multi-dash, you know, might as well. Yeah, I can still remember how to do that. See, that's a bit easier to me than just actually trying to time it. Which is a bit silly. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny that this game's so open-ended because I still feel like the dungeons are not equally difficult, although that probably just happens because you gain skills and stuff. So theoretically, the one that you do the last should probably be the easiest, which is maybe an intentional feel kind of thing, like you know, make the player feel like you're, and when I say feel, sorry, I mean more like a player experience kind of thing rather than like game feel thing, where you make the players feel like they're getting better even if they're maybe not necessarily getting better. And they probably are, but you amplify the effect because their character is just more potent, better equipped to handle everything, especially if all the dungeons are balanced. At least none of the secret areas, I mean, but all the dungeons are balanced to account for someone who has not upgraded anything, is my understanding at least. Okay, I was just kind of looking for secret stuff. So I know there's like a secret rifle switch around here, but I don't have the rifle yet. Let's just... Oh, that was a whiff shot and cover. Let's just see if I can one-shot some of these guys. Yeah! I love the way that projectile moves. Okay, I gotta remember, I am at 1 health. That guy's moving too quick. Okay, let's heal. Take this guy out. Shoot that. Shoot. Nope. That was not where I wanted to aim. Dash out of the way. Nice. Yeah, I love the way that projectile moves. It, you know, kind of like the bazooka nuclear throw, and it has a ramping to its velocity. Um, and you know, that's not how everything should move, but it's a cool thing. I've always thought like a melee focused action game that has enemies that shoot projectiles would be a lot cooler if all the projectiles moved like that. Like that kind of starts off slow and then all of a sudden gets really fast, because it probably gives you enough time to actually like react and dodge, especially if you can't just immediately counterattack. It makes more sense in a game like Nuclear Throne to just have projectiles work like you would expect projectiles to work, because it's all projectile based. But in something like this, you know, maybe it would have been cool to have some enemies that shoot bullets that move like that. It might not even be that, now that I look at it, that it's actually ramping its velocity, but the game might actually slow for a second after you shoot it. Yeah, that's probably actually what's happening, but still, the outcome is kind of similar. Okay, so we get another one of these, I almost want to call them like platforming challenges, because that's essentially what they are if you just consider the dash a jump. But you know, it's kind of actually a decent way to break up the action. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense that they changed the movement mechanic into something that's kind of like a platformer style jump, but in a way that works with the perspective of the game. It's actually one of the smarter things about this game's design, and I think a lot of this game's design has smart things that it's doing. There's probably, is there a path in here? There's maybe one over there, I don't know. Okay, let's just keep moving. Ooh, I remember this encounter. This encounter I think is fairly difficult, but the camera at least pans over so you can see what's coming, which is nice. I think a lot of the camera work in this game is real smart too. Both in things like the, oh, dang, I gotta stop talking. Both in the way the camera leads the eye, like it's not a traditional focus on the character top-down action game, but it actually you know, more like the original Zelda did, where it was room-based, but a bit smarter than that by having the camera kind of lerp towards your position. Yeah, you know, it can have the best of both worlds, where it hints at what's coming, but also and what's that important. You know, kind of like what the camera can do in a 3D game more often, but also, you know, just helps with the legibility of everything. It's really smart. I wish we did something like that with Howie, but you know, we were not as good at making video games as the people behind this game are. Anyways, hit that, deactivates all the turrets, gonna hit some boxes, get some ammo, and let's fight this guy, because why not? So, I kind of like this big guy's design, because it's definitely super brutal, but the jump attack actually leaves it really vulnerable, and I like when there's a clear, using the phrase again, but ebb and flow to the enemy behaviors like this. It all plays into a certain rhythm that the game's combat is designed around, which is quite lovely. It's almost, you know, kind of like a rhythm action game to an extent. Not like Guitar Hero rhythm action, but you know, I've always thought that like an action game that felt like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, or what made those games special, would be pretty successful. We even, when we were developing Howie at USC, people who don't know me, I work on video games. Howie and Yarla was a game I worked on, quite dear to my heart, a student project. It was nice. In the original pitch doc for that, we had a lot of mechanics that were timing based, not necessarily rhythm based, but we, you know, things like an attack would do the most damage if you charged it for like almost the max amount of time, but not the maximum amount of time, so you can just hold it, you know, and I like stuff like that. That's like how the gun in Ziggurat works. It kind of solves that design challenge of like, well, if you can charge up an attack, why not always be charging the attack, but without some nice knockback when I beat that guy with that attack. That was good. Anyways, Yeah, so we had a bunch of mechanics that were super timing based, but not the normal timings you think of. So we called it that it had rhythmic elements, but then that confused people. They were like, oh, so like, is it music based? Which is kind of unfortunate. Dang, that did 2 damage? That's silly. But anyways, it'd be cool to explore that idea again. You know, a lot of fighting games do that with their inputs. I have to go all the way back here. That's kind of a BS checkpoint. Come on, game designers, get with it. Oh, I forgot. I should probably go explore. What's over there? Oh, that was a bit too close for comfort. Oh yeah, there's stuff over here. Huh. Anyways, I like the track in the back of this area. Feels very exploratory. I like a lot of the music in this game. It's not necessarily music I would go out and like listen to, even though I totally bought the soundtrack. Because there are certain tracks I really like and that I think are excellent. Should I bother beating up those guys? Probably not. But yeah, I like that it takes a slightly different direction than most action games where it's like, oh, intense music or whatever, but it's more, kind of goes at the mission statement of what I argued like the original Zelda did, where it was more just like, you're in a world that's kind of hostile to you, but it's also kind of wonderful. So just have a good time, you know? Even though this game has some dark underpinnings, I'm pretty sure, especially when you get the more horror influenced stuff like the cutscenes and when the big shadow guy is after you, Judgment or whatever. Yeah, that was some weird camera warping. Going through triggers a bit too quickly. Alright, so I'm gonna dash over, take out that guy. See, this is something cool. I actually planned out this combat sequence. That's probably a sign of a good action game. Oh, just keep that turned off. Yeah, I like when I can, you know, assess the scenario and feel like me winning is not just random chance, you know. I probably shouldn't have wasted a whole big bullet on that. But that's okay. Yeah, just a lot of good design in this dungeon. I like that I can still tackle it as the first one, but it was a real good introduction to this game when I first played it. Also kind of interesting that like right before I was like, ugh, why am I sent back all this way? But going through a scenario once, you kind of get it under your fingers, under your thumbs, and you can just glide right back through it. You know, like it shows that you're learning. Wow. And got the charge? Yeah, that was real close. Thankfully, I felt that it was probably within range. Oh, there's a thing nearby. Unlock thing. I can tell because I can hear the sound. It's probably down over that way. So let's go through this. Oh, no, I want to hit. No, I do need to do this again. I did do this already. Okay, so hit that guy a few times. Watch out for that double attack hit. Take another shot. Ah, that was unfortunate cover. So that was one more hit. There we go. Okay, avoid that, dash in 1, 2. Good. Now let's go back and not get wrecked by this guy. So just shoot him a few times from a distance. Oh, they buffed that gun since I last played. It used to only do 2 damage. That's good. I thought it's a cool gun, but once I got the shotgun, I kind of stopped using it. Dang. Ugh. I meant to heal there, and I kind of paused for a sec. All right. Enough talking. I'm gonna just glide through this. Although I do want to go back and collect all that stuff. Should I just try to push through for the checkpoint? Nah. But yeah, I know I remarked on the music when I got to this part earlier, but the relaxed tone of it does kind of help. Also interesting that it doesn't end when there's the game over, and that has a nice little subtle psychological effect where you know, I just don't feel like quitting because it's not like the world ended or anything. I know that's kind of weird and it's maybe not appropriate for every game, but it does kind of keep the pace of this game more relaxed, even though it is, you know, hyper violent, lightning quick action, things living and dying in an instant. But anyways, that went pretty smoothly. Take out this guy. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Good. Hit with the charge, jump out of the way, blast him. Yeah, but I love the way that gun feels. I also like, it's fine, I'm not being super smart or critical with a lot of this stuff, but just pointing out things I like helps me, you know, register it for when I'm, you know, making my own stuff. I can remember the things that I thought were effective or good in other games and integrate it into my own work. It's actually the whole reason why I'm doing these recordings and why I started them in the first place, but you know, I hope that helps other people out, or at least some people find it calming or enjoyable. But yeah, this gun just feels super cool. I'm glad that they buffed it so it's actually somewhat useful. I know that buff probably happened like a month ago, 2 months ago. Whatever, behind the times. Okay. 1, 2. I'm glad that these, like, the first projectile enemies you fight only take 2 hits, because you need to usually dash over to them if you're not super great dodging yet. And then you only really have time to do 2 attacks before they attack again, so it's like it feels like a fair way to introduce that. Sorry, I know they're probably not the first projectile enemy, but they're the first projectile enemy that I was introduced to. That's why I didn't want to do the East Dungeon first, because I don't like those frog guys. I could probably handle doing it second, but dang, what am I gonna do? Ah, shoot. I don't like this with 2 health, so I'm gonna, yeah, rush through, take out the turrets. That was the best way to go about it. Are these guys not gonna attack me? Haha. Oh. 1, 2, 3. I didn't get that last guy. Go behind cover, heal, good play, a bit more conservatively. Alright. That should be set. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of funny that those guys can fall like that. Also, though, a good reinforcement of the illusion of 3D space by having actual, you know, depth, or Y, on the Y-axis, height, depth. Oh, geez. Hi, samurai guy. Good thing I can remember to react to. So that little guy trying to ambush me hints that there's stuff down here, which is good. Oh man. Oh, get out, get out. I'm sure there's probably some people watching this who are just enjoying me making silly noises when I get hit. You know, that's fair. I'm gonna dash through these, chain dash. Yeah. Usually takes me a sec to get that timing right, but whatever. Okay, so this is the one I probably heard. It's good that the level design and the camera work actually hinted that there's stuff up here, because these are the guys I saw where I was like, maybe I should take the time to try snipe them to be easier later. But that's okay, they're simple enemies. Can I dash through this and not get hit by the other one? Yeah, I sure can. 1, 2, 3. Ah, love that rhythm. Okay. Yeah, I know the gun is fully charged. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. And shortcut. Sick. Or, not really shortcut, but you know, just get back okay. A nice little loop. It's good, because I would not like to backtrack through that. Just makes sense, you know. Common sense level design. It's not even that, you know, the level design is always particularly great in this game. It just makes sense a lot of the time. And I do think there's some moments of brilliance in the combat design. What's that? Oh, a health thing. Okay. I already have enough of that. Okay, so big combat arena coming up. And I just totally missed. But I do like those 3 guys. Ooh, nice music change there. I was admiring the music change too much. But yeah, I love the what they use as battle themes in this game, because they're never overwrought, you know, never too dramatic, which is totally a thing that game music loves to do in general. Okay, so I'm just kind of focusing on taking out the little guys so that I can pick off these big guys with my shots. And now probably the only guy left. Ah, there's that little guy right there. Ah, dang. Let's just heal. Even though I don't expect I'll get hit. One last shot. Good. This game definitely became a lot easier for me when I realized that it's, or at least I think it's balanced around you using both the projectiles and the sword a lot interchangeably, which makes sense. You know, I do think the system is really neat, so I'm glad that it's kind of an integral part. Okay, I didn't need to pick that up, but whatever. Okay, so this should bring us to the other side thing. Let's see if anything over here. Oh, I broke a chair. Never noticed that chair there. It seems kind of weird to see such a ordinary item in the middle of this dungeon thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this up. So now I can always go back there if I want, and then come back here. Good dungeon, good dungeon. I do like how these whole areas are kind of subdivided into different series of challenges. Oop. I was just randomly dashing there. That was silly. It's saved right there, though. Yeah, so I should be okay. Alright, let's go back to town. I don't need to do anything else over here. Teleport. I do like that animation, but I don't like how it plays every single time I need to teleport. If that was a little gripe I had to make. I meant to go to this one. It's funny, the map in that game is, or in this game, is pretty huge, or it makes the world seem pretty huge, and I guess it is, but once you've got the areas kind of reserved to memory, it all starts feeling a lot smaller, so I actually thought that, you know, my cursor there traveled the distance back to the town when I really didn't. I guess I'm gonna upgrade some stuff. I want to make sure I actually have all the dash and sword upgrades, so excuse me for being boring for a bit, but I'm just gonna go confirm that that's all true. Yeah, so I have that. Yeah, so I do have that dash attack that I was being real silly about. Small little note about interacting with things in this game, but I think it's pretty important, is the actual like having to hold down a button to like talk to people and stuff. It seems kind of weird at first, but I actually like how it forces you to engage a bit more with the world than just like tapping a button would. Yeah. Do I want to do health upgrades? Do I want to... Let's get the bombs. I think the bombs are cool. Anything that helps me deal a lot of damage too is nice. So I think I could just get 2. Yeah, I have enough gold bits to do that. Yeah, so you can get these little grenades that you shoot with the... or you roll with the right bumper. I like that the character rolls them. Works kind of like the gun when you just shoot the gun from the standstill. It goes in whatever direction you're aiming, or I think it does. Or moving. Alright, let's do the north area next. Last time I played this game, I did west, east, north, south. Now I think I'll switch north and east. I'll do the east area last, because even though the east area boss is the easiest and you find the shotgun there, the shotgun's like the best weapon, or the best weapon that you find normally. Best non-secret weapon, I should say. I wanted to do east second before, but you know what, I have all these upgrades and whatever, I can handle the north, who has, I mean, what people say is the hardest boss. The only time I fought it, though, I beat it first try, so I don't know if I just got really lucky, because it's not that I'm super good at this game, because you've been watching me, I'm okay at it. I'm handling hard mode pretty well, but that's because I'm playing super conservatively. Yeah, like I didn't even need to dash away from that guy, but whatever. Okay, so I beat up some dudes. I'm gonna grab I don't need that health pack. Anything over here? Nah. Alright, let's just go up. So north area has a bunch of bird guys. Oh hey, a deer. Or antelope or something. I don't need that. I can't follow it. Went to the thick woods, I guess. Let's go up some stairs. I do like that this whole area is basically like climbing a mountain. It gives you a, direction and drive. And also shows off the kind of perspective tricks that the game plays to make the world look a lot more interesting. Hey, person. Yeah, it's talking about the boss. Gives a little hint where to go. Yeah. That skull icon is really silly, though. I don't know why, just something about it. It's probably the 3 little teeth. Okay. And the tiny little eyes. Let's go up. For some reason, the first time I tried playing this game, I tried doing this dungeon second, but for some reason I got stuck trying to go up. I don't know why. Alright, I need a bunch more keys for that, so that's like... Alright, so we come against the first enemy in this area. They fly up and you have to hit them while they're dashing at you, which is kind of cool. It's not cool before you realize it, because they're just like a flying enemy I can never hit. What an awful trope in games, but these guys are pretty easy once you get the timing. Timing, it's all about that timing. I do like that kind of a lot of the combat is balanced and focused around the idea of these specific timings. It's a good, it's good to get a certain direction with a major part of your game like that and just stick to it. This is for later. I know there's some things that I need to unlock before I get on there. So I'm just going to explore around here a bit. Is it possible to get over there? Whatever, I'm not going to think about it too hard. Oh, what's this? Haha, it is possible. Oh yeah, and there's little things right there to indicate that there's a passage there. Oh, and I can kind of see my character through those holes. Cute. Alright. Oh, and there's the switch there, I guess. So let's get this little gold bit. Is there a path over here? Nah, that would be cool if there was. A little secret area. Maybe a little hidden combat arena where I can get another gold bit. I do like that exploration in this game is rewarded with... Ooh, sorry, nice camera moment. Which is funny, because this vista totally shouldn't work from this perspective, but like I said, you don't really care about it. It looks good enough. Got our big Ava Unit 3 or whatever in the back. Hint at the lore, this dying world. Yeah, despite how pretty and stuff this game is, there's definitely an obvious melancholy to all of it. The cutscenes, the music, all the death that you see around. It's quite interesting, even if I'm not necessarily the kind of player to care about the specifics of the lore or whatever you want to call it, but it definitely makes the world feel lived in a way, like an actual space. Okay, just want to make sure I got that timing right. Is there anything over there that I missed? This is definitely something. This will be a continuing pattern. Like, the camera is lurping up here to show this flag and, like, that dead family over there, who I totally want to be able to get over to, but I doubt there's anything there. Man, it'd be cool if there's, like, a costume over there that you can pick up, or they had, like, a gun or something. That could be kind of grim, though. Anyways. Nice little detail. But yeah, I was saying, I like how exploration in this game is rewarded with, like, actual stuff that's useful, unlike other Zelda-likes I've played. Like some Zeldas, where it just gives you like 50 rupees or something that you totally didn't need. I feel like I missed something back there. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, but by giving you like gold bits and things that you can use to upgrade your actual like combat abilities, which is the thing that you're doing through most of the game, it makes everything you're doing feel meaningful, and it actually like makes you want to do the challengey stuff. All right, so I know. Yeah, I'll just go up and let the guy give me the map, but then I'm going to go back and do that other area that I saw. That was a cool little animation. I guess it's kind of showing you how to defeat those guys, although I already know how to defeat them because I had to do it to get here, but whatever. Okay, cool. Thanks, bud. So let's go back down and do that thing that I saw at the other side of this cliff. Yeah, this little somewhat hidden place with the what looks like an open key door. It's like a grave or something, probably. Yeah, I can pick that up. I accidentally used that grenade earlier, but thankfully those recharge at a good pace. So I got a little gold bit and a monolith. I never found many of these my first playthrough. I definitely would like to do a 100% run of this game, but I don't exactly like just trying to find those last little secrets. It feels too much like doing chores, which I'm not a fan of. I don't think anyone is. Some backstory. Thanks, man. Got some nice mountain range clouds. Kind of makes you think like, oh, what's beyond it? It's very Shadow of the Colossi kind of thing. Shadow of the Colossus kind of thing. Presenting you this world that is, you know, quite vast and interesting in and of itself, but then also showing the borders and the places you can't go, hinting at something more. You know, it's an effective technique. Get that player's imagination rolling, you know. Alright, my buddy's gone. That's fine. I do appreciate that this game is a mostly solitary experience. You don't get a lot of those in video games. But they can be quite cathartic for their own reasons. Alright, so this is definitely a little secret path. Kind of funny that I can also see all those wolves trying to get to me. I can't get through there. I think that path is just intended on the other side of that wall so that you can see that there's something over here. Make you go exploring down here again. Probably something on this side too. Oh, that was silly. Although it considered me as being... Oh, there's just a health kit to replace the health kit that I use. Alright, it's a bit silly that that guy's there. Oh! I totally keep pressing the right bumper thinking I'm playing Nuclear Throne. Because I have the right bumper as my switch weapon button in that game. But yeah, you saw what the grenade does. It has a big electricity explosion, shockwave type thing. It's cool. I like it. Kind of reminds me of the Metal Gear Rising EMP, which Raiden also threw in a similar way. I don't think that was intentional, but it's a cool little connection. Alright, so we get this like melee mage guy that has a mid-range attack. It's telegraphed nicely. I like the little square effects that all the magic that these guys use has. I love dodging at the last minute. It is definitely the way to play. And it's probably also actually the intended way to play, or the way that the game was balanced around. Especially becomes obvious with the bosses and the last boss that was definitely what you want to be doing. Well, there's a little sound effect that plays when my thing comes back. Let's use it to wreck those guys, yeah. Ooh, nice big... Oh, I aimed the wrong way. That was silly. Alright, let's just go around. Use the pistol to pepper out some damage. Wait for your time to strike. Just be patient. The music's a bit more intense to let you know that stuff's going down. The snow is getting more blizzardy. You're getting close. If anything, despite what I might say about the pacing of some of these combat sections, the level design and music design, the way they come together, it definitely sells the pacing even more. Alright, so there's the big wizard guy. There's a part later on that has these guys that I absolutely despise, but that's fine. I totally missed that. 1, 2. They have a short range area of effect attack that they'll hit you with when you try to melee them. It will one hit KO you because it deals 2 damage, and in this mode that's 1 hit KO. Anyways, one more gunshot, good. See, this kind of pacing's okay, where it's like introducing multiple waves. Something about it still feels a bit weird to me. I think because when I defeat all the enemies in the area, I feel like that should be the end of it, and eventually some of these start to feel overlong like that. Like, I thought the last one should have been it. Good. 1, 2. Alright. But that ending animation does kind of make it worth it. Not totally, but it's good stuff. Alrighty, so I got to the teleportation point. Oh man, I still haven't gotten any of those thingies. Oh well. This is probably a good place to stop. Anyways, thanks for joining me for some Hyperlight Drifter. I will probably finish the north area next time.